This is Ricky Riccardi here once again with Hanging with Hyland Harris. We decided to change it up a little bit. Hyland is officially live right now from Corona, Queens, the site of the Louis Armstrong House Museum. If you search around this tour, I'm sorry, on our website, you've seen perhaps me give a virtual tour, like kind of the basic tour we give. We hope you've been to the house and taken a tour. But Hyland is standing by. We are still closed to the public, but he's got his camera. We're broadcasting on Zoom, and he wants to kind of give what we're referring to as the Bessie tour. And Hyland will tell you a little bit about Bessie and let you see some things inside the house that are not normally seen by the public. So I'm going to throw it over to you, Hyland. Hyland, take it away.
Hey, how's everybody? Uh, I had to come to the museum. I had a couple things to take care of today, and I thought it was a good idea to just let people know that the house is still here, even though we've been closed since March. And so much of the energy of this place, it's a very special place. Depends on people. Hey, how are you doing? A lot of people, it comes from just people visiting and being occupied. So when the house is kind of empty, there feels there seems to be kind of a hole in the organization. And I just wanted people to see the house, and also maybe we'll be able to film a couple of things that aren't available to the public, just different perspectives through the house, the areas that they don't really have full access to, things like that. Just different angles. And I want to dedicate this to Bessie. She took care of this house after Lucille died for just about 20 years, right? And the famous story was the house was empty. It was kind of like a vault. There was gold-plated trumpets in the house and fur coats, and the only thing coming in and out of this house pretty much was Bessie. She was our first curator. So this is kind of the feeling that we're trying to continue, of us taking care of the house while it's empty to the public. So I hope this works. We'll see what happens. So here we have a empty house. It's dark. I'm gonna shut the door, and now you get the idea of what the house is like when it's dark. So here's the living room, and we're looking around, and you'll see Lucille's portrait. You see the couches and the piano. And I'm gonna plant the phone right here and try to get some light. Let's see. All right, Ricky, I wasn't made for Hollywood. All right. There. Okay. Okay, so here I am in the living room. And the thing I always like to talk about the living room was this originally was three small, the house that you see it is the way Lucille had left it when she passed away. And so the house went through many, many changes over the years. And we've preserved it the way Lucille had left it. But this wasn't the house that Louis saw when he originally got here, and for a majority of his life when he was here. So this originally was three small rooms over the course of time. And, you see different aspects of the house that went over many changes over the years. So, visitors, they never get to come over here to see the room from this perspective, from here. So now you're seeing like a long view from the back. This is kind of restricted to visitors because we just can't let people on the rug. but the view out of the window onto 107th Street looks pretty much like this. So I hope that works. Can you see that? Now, right from here, you can see right across the street where that's our new visitor center. We're not sure when that's going to be open, but it's moving at a rapid pace now. That's where our exhibits are going to be. Jason Moran is working on the exhibits. The second floor will have the archives. We'll have a space for activities, lectures. It's going to be jazz concerts. It's going to be a pretty exciting place. We're really looking forward to this. We're kind of nervous too, because it's a big leap for the organization. But this is the view that Louis had on 107th Street from the living room, like this. Okay. So now I'm walking down the hallway here, and I feel like I'm inside of a pyramid or something, you know, like Raiders of the Lost Ark. But I'm going to go into the bathroom. Now, everybody knows this bathroom, but they don't get to see it from this perspective. So now we're looking from the bathtub outwards. And let me see if I can get some light. How's that? Okay. So here's the bathroom, and here everybody, they kind of peek into the room and they just look from this direction. The most they might see is something like this. But now you guys are seeing it from an opposite direction. Again, mirrored, nothing really changes here. Mirrored walls, you can get a better view of underneath the sink here and the bathtub, which is not very long. This bathtub is maybe 3.5 feet long. It's short, and it's maybe like 2 feet wide. Like here. Here's a good example. Like, so again, the Armstrongs, they weren't tall people. Here's something that you don't really get a good view of from the tour, is Louis and Lucille's toiletries. And you see like their combs. And there's a hair pick here. And so this is a really amazing room. It's kind of hard to film because of all the mirrors, but I just want you to get an idea of like the mirrors when you look at the ceiling. Like, this is an amazing room. Okay, everybody, so here's the dining room. And this is, if you visited here or you went to our online tour that Ricky gave, this is pretty much the way you saw it. But this is an idea of what it looks like when nobody's here. A big part of me being here is just to kind of reconnect with this place, but also to make sure everything is okay. Now, we call this the Bessie tour. There have been people in and out of the house. I will say, if I can get a hold of him, Junior, he's been our facilities man. He's here pretty much every day. And he gave me a ride out here this morning. And so he's like our new Bessie. He's taking care of this place. This place would be a hole in the ground without him. So this, we have to thank, next time you come to the museum, just look for Junior. He's here every day, and just thank him.
Amen.
You know, I can't thank him enough.